they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now 2nd and 3. Cousins now. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now motion left with Mooney. Algier will try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. from the 35. Here's second down and 8. Now Jones. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Fourth down, Jones and the offense stay put. They're going for this. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them. Pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Throwing, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes, left side. Still on his feet. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
The decision is to decline it and not give them the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And my goodness, another interception. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Cousins. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. They'll throw again. Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Algier with another carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, Cousins dumps this one off to Algier. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. That one good for 37 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Malik Neighbors with an acrobatic catch. And the Giants add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
22 yards there, a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
There's Mooney with another catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Cousins.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the good.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured a lot.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cousins to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw.
That is caught. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Darnell Mooney.
79 yards.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And now another one thrown incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away. And incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the foul. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything. And look at this, another fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.